Our mat is a little bit folded up for now. We'll just start with those shoulder rolls. Open that chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together, back and down. Don't worry about the ribs right now. Round through your spine just a wee bit. Bend the knees as you do that so it's a little more supported. And then this time we'll bend a little more and we'll come on down. Roll through your cat. Inhale through your turkey. Bring it up. Squeeze it back. Give yourself support. Cat, turkey, gobble, gobble. Bring it up. Bring it down. One more time. Cat and turkey. Bring it up. And then we'll just start our little step touch. Come on, join us. In a moment, we're going to take 2 steps to the right in 4, 3, here we go. Hi, thank you for joining us. All right, and now we're going to stay here, just step touch. We're going to bring our arms up and we're squeezed back. A little posture awareness. If you want, you can flip those arms this way. Either way, a little up or just a little rowing motion. And we're going to add a toe tap in front to that. And we'll add a knee lift. Good, and then we're going to go from that knee lift to that up and over and around. And then tap and twist. And we're going to stay on the right side in double time in 4, 3, 2, here you go. Just 2 more. And we step touch again. We'll take 2 to the left in 4, 3, here you go. And we'll stay here, step touch only. Give me those shoulder rolls and bend your elbows and push back. Push back, chest is open, and press, and press, and press. And then take those toes in front and tap, tap, and tap. Then those arms get a little bigger so they come up and down. We add the knee lift. And we'll stay on the left and double time in 4, 3, 2, here you go. Just 2 more. And we step touch. Woo! Let that upper body relax. Wide, wide stance. And then we're going to come all the way down. Shoulders back and down. Abs pulled in, neutral spine. Drop that right shoulder in. Look over your left. Good. Come on back through center. Let's go the other way. And back to that first side. And other side. All right, this time we're going to take a little pulsing action. And the other way. One more time each way. Good. Back to center. Big deep breath in. Lift it up. Back and down we go. All right, just to remind us how to get used to that little slippery thing, whether it's a plate on carpet or a rag on hardwood. You're gonna put your left foot on it, right knee is gonna bend as you slide forward. You probably don't need your chair, but you can have it handy. We will need it shortly. Good, same thing to the side, adding arms if you want. Good, and then we'll step forward with the right foot, left leg is gonna lunge back, and this is a preview for where we're headed later. If you wanna lift an arm when you lunge back, feel free. Same arm or opposite, or both arms up a bit. Just two more here. All right, take a moment, cross that right leg over the left, hips go to the right, arms go to the left. Feel a nice stretch here. And then we'll put the weight on the left leg, do the same thing on the right side. So if you didn't need your chair, no worries. Hands can be at heart center, that's how we had them before. You can move them if you want, up and out. And then we'll do the same thing to the side, reach it out. Again, arm movement if you like. And then we'll step forward with that left foot, left foot back with the right, reaching back. Nails coming. You can tell because the cat went running. Arms are not, by the way. Just two more. Beautiful. Bring it up. Left over right. Hips go left. Arms go right. And then we'll stand it back up. All right, as I mentioned, that last exercise was sort of a preview for where we head first. So you're gonna step forward facing your chair. You will want to have that. Left leg is forward, right toes are on the slidey disky thing. You're gonna bend your left knee, try not to drive it forward, but slide back with that right leg and then drag it in. So you're gonna feel that that left glute a whole bunch. If you don't need the chair, if you only need it for balance, just try to minimize what is holding on. Maybe a finger, maybe two fingers. Feel that right glute really working here. Almost there. Chest is up. Let's slide it back this time. Stay back. Stay into that left glute. It should be killing you by now. And then we just go forward and back with that right foot. Ooh. Ah, bring that in. Yikes. All right. Slidey thing away while you cross your left ankle over your right. Send that tailbone way out behind you. Feel that stretch in the outside of that left hip. And then round and tuck it under. And then stick it out again. As you stand up, left goes over right. One more time, hips left. Back through center, we're gonna head the other way. I'm just turning since that's the leg that you're gonna be seeing. So this time, right leg is forward, left foot is on your slippery item. And again, as you slide back, you're trying to keep your right knee over the right heel and get that work going in that right glute. Reaching back and standing up. Just a few more here. All right, last one. You slide it back, keep that right knee bent, back knee comes in and out. Bring that up. Ooh, right ankle crosses the left thigh, tailbone out and back, long stretch. Nice hip opener, round it under, and then stick it out again. And then right over left, hips go right, arms go left. Beautiful. All right, we're coming back. We're gonna get a little upper body before the next round of lower body. You probably won't need your slippery thing. It's gonna be an option later, but for now, let's put our hands facing each other in the chair. Try and find that tall plank position. Make sure your hips aren't dropped or sticking back. Head in line with your spine. Bend the elbows backwards and press straight. Do your best to lead as a straight line. So sometimes our ribs want to get there first. And then relax, bend those knees. Let's put the left arm across the chair, swing the right one, bend that left knee, open up, bring that arm behind you, tap your shoulder, let the arm go overhead, nice tricep, passive stretch with gravity helping out here. Then bring that right elbow into the chair, bend the right knee, open the left arm. And while you're up there, tap that left shoulder and let the arm hang up overhead. And then come on back and whoo, press it back up again. All right. So here we are again. Right foot is supporting you, left leg. We're sliding out and sliding into it and then drag it in. So if you want to make it work a little harder, put your heel down so that when you drag it in, you're having to use a little more of that inner thigh. If your knee's uncomfortable, you can play with directions on it, right? Foot could turn out a little bit, knee follows it. And again, kind of the trick is dragging that leg in so you start to get that adductor motion. Just two more. Ah, beautiful. Woo, other side. So all your weight is on the left leg this side, this time. And although you might go out on the toes, put that heel down to drag it back in and get more inner thigh work. And you can do it on a little bit of an angle if you prefer. Almost there. Awesome. All right, we have another set of tricep push-ups. And you can have your foot on this if you want. If that seems really super scary to you, just have it there and you can decide later if you want to add it. And again, we'll find that high plank position. You're going to start your tricep, push-ups. If you wanted to put that under one leg, just going to add almost like a mountain climber movement. Don't have to. And if you choose to do that, do maybe 6 or 8 on one side, but then switch it to the other leg. And once again, but just put both elbows in the chair this time, bend your knees, relax your head, and straighten those arms out, reach for the back of the chair. And then finally bend those elbows, drop your thumb in between your shoulder blades. And the more you push your hips back and drag your arms forward, the more stretch you'll feel on that tricep. Then bring that back. You're going to do a little undulation up. Oh, and here we are again. All right. Okay. This time, we're going to do one more little tricep exercise. They got a nice little stretch there. This will be your tricep dip. And once again, you can have that rag there if you think you might want to use it. Otherwise, no worries. So you can either do just a regular tricep dip. You can put one foot on it, right? Other foot, obviously. You could try both feet if you want, right? To get a little hamstring action as you come up. Don't have to do this. And if it kind of ruins your dip, maybe you don't do it at all. You might not do as many. When you're done, sit in your chair. Left arm to your left shoulder. Give it a nice tug back. Feel that tricep stretch. Shake that out. Right arm, right shoulder. Pull it back. And shake that out. All right, beautiful. Okay, so since we're already kind of halfway there, we're going to head on down to do some of our planking, such fun with this. So make sure that you have space for your elbows on your mat. So for this first round, we're going to do high plank. You know, we usually don't do high plank, but it's going to make things a little more pleasant. Your feet are on that slippery disc. You find your high plank. And you can just hold this, or you can pull your abs in and gravitate up into your pike. And then we'll take a little break. We'll come back to that and do it on our forearms in a minute. For now, you're going to do a forearm side plank. And this is, once again, I do not recommend that you have both feet on the slippery thing. I'm going to suggest maybe you try top leg on it and the bottom leg tucked a little bit behind you. Protect this shoulder, lift up out of it, and then find your side plank. And then option to come up an inch and down an inch, up an inch and down an inch. You could try it with your bottom foot on that, right? And if you really want, again, I'm suggesting crossed, not stacked. You can try both legs. but now you have more weight on there, so a little more challenging to drag that in. So whether you're holding or moving, just give me a couple more seconds, please. And then we'll go to the other side. So again, find something soft for your elbow. And then whatever you did on the other side, we started with top foot on there, shoulder back, lift up out of it. You're gonna try that, you're welcome to try that. Kind of a small range of motion. You can try it with that bottom leg on only. Again, not a lot of movement. Or finally, you can try top leg in front of the bottom one. Crisscross. Woo. Or you could just hold. And then let's come on down and let's give that upper body a moment to recover. So we're just going to go to a seated position for now with that slippery disc. It's your front arm, shoulders back and down. You're going to hinge back and reach and come back up. Just a small rotation, but you really want to make sure you're not rounded in this, right? So as you reach back, you're through that extended tall spine. So we're not adding rotation with much flexion, just neutral spine. And then slide that underneath you over to the other side, same thing. It's a very tiny hinge. You don't even have to hinge at all, just get that rotation in there. And then we're going to take a quick little break. So go ahead and lie down. Hopefully you have a cushion that hasn't been absconded with by a cat. Take a moment, stretch your back out. And then we will do that last final plank where you have your feet on the slippery thing and you're on your forearms. But this might seem a little more challenging. You can decide. You don't have to move your feet into that pipe. You can try it or not. So you can just hold your plank, or you can try your pipe. And then as you're ready, you're going to come on down. We're going to flip over onto our abs. The slippery thing will be off of your mat and you will be on it. Some of us will. Well, you're on my mat, so I'm going to use yours. So you're lying on your abs, your hands are out front and they're on your slippery item. Okay, I guess I'm going this way. So all we want to do to start with is just keep your head on the ground and just slide those arms forward and back without bending the knee or elbows. Toes pushing into the ground, pubic bone is pushing into the ground, kneecaps are lifted. Adding on, pull back, allow that head to lift the tiniest bit, hold there for a moment, and then back down. Inhale, exhale to push those knees up, pubic bone into the ground, and lift. Again, it's not a huge movement. It's really trying to create a lot of the movement starting in the shoulder blade area. And relax. Let's windshield wiper those legs side to side. Beautiful. We're coming on up. through our cow cat. So let's just roll into your cat. And then opening your turkey. All right, and then here we are in that beautiful boxy shape. So find your neutral spine. You're not rounded, you're not extended. Tailbone is long, shoulders are broad, abs are in. Left hand on the, right hand on whatever is your slippery item. Couple options here, okay? So option one is just to slide that arm forward and back, arms straight. Option two, straighten out your right leg, tuck your toes, and flip them up in the air. And then arm forward and back with that leg here, so you're balancing. If you want, you can tap your toe as you slide that forward. Remember, spine is in this beautiful long straight line. And as you're doing this, if you want to start imagining that you're touching the numbers on the clock on just one side, so 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 12 o'clock, and then back. 11, it might be 1 for you, 10 and 9, just one more round going back up. And last time, and bring that all in, take a moment, and then shift that to underneath your left hand. Again, option one is forward and back, or do those numbers with your left foot still on the ground. Option two, tuck those left toes, find neutral spine, point those left toes. And then just start with forward back, see how that is for you. If that's okay with you, tap the toes. If that's okay, then you start at your 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Again, I guess it's the other way for you. Back to 10, 11, 12. One more time around that dial. And bring it all in, curl and extend. All right, and then we're coming down onto our spine and we're going to be doing bridge work with that slippery thing. So your rag or your plate will be off of your mat, but you can be supported on your mat. We're going to start with that underneath your right foot. For now, you're probably going to end up rolling up onto your heel. Arms, let's just open them up. Back of the neck is long, palms are open. Let's lift up in your bridge. So option one is just, actually, this is probably going to be most of your option. You're going to drag that in and out and really feel that hamstring engage. Please don't go all the way straight because likely your hips will drop at that point. If you feel that too much in your low back, you can come all the way down. You really have to push your heel into the ground to get the work here, right? So you can't be lazy about it. You would never be lazy about it, sorry. And relax, hips down, hug that right knee in. Hopefully that hamstring got some love there and work. And then we'll put the left foot on the slippery item. Find your bridge, toes up in the air, use that hamstring. And again, you have to, use a little bit of force. If you're too gentle and too light, you won't feel this much in your hamstring. If you're feeling it in your low back, lower those hips a little bit or even all the way down, doesn't matter. But mostly, well, a little more intense with the hips up, but mostly you just want to get that hamstring love. And relax. Let's hug both knees in for a quick break. Take a little rock side to side. And we'll stack the knees to drop left for a moment. Up and over you go. Let them stack to the right. And then back through center. Hug those knees in. Feel that low back curl. And then stack them up tabletop for our toe touches. Fingers to your ribs if you like to give yourself some feedback. Back of the neck stays long. Or you can have your arms out, you can do your single leg toe touch. You can do your single leg heel flex. You can do double leg toe touch. Remember, it's all about those ribs staying flat. You can do double leg heel flex. And if at some point you want to add that last level of intensity, you go long lever with straight legs. Remember, that really pulls quite a bit more on your low back, especially if you have tight hamstrings. So if you find your knees won't really go straight, maybe that's not the best option for you. And we'll take a little break. Let those hips rock side to side. And then we're going to stack those knees tabletop, arms out in that T. Knees are going to stay together as you travel side to side. Keep that going for me. You were on your mats. You're okay. And then again, you can make this long lever, right? Straight legs if you want. See if you can keep your ribs pointed toward the ceiling, even though the opposite hip might be lifting up. And then if you want to, you turn this into corkscrew, legs come up overhead, down and around onto the other hip, and then to center reverse, inhale, up, over, down and around. You can absolutely do this with bent knees, and you can lift the hips up a tiny bit if you want, totally up to you. And back to center we go, hug those knees in, left foot on the ground. Let's hug that right knee in. Give it a good tug towards your right shoulder, maybe draw some circles on the ceiling. And hug it in. Right knee in towards your right armpit, flex back with your toes. Push that heel to the ceiling, press down, feel that hamstring stretch here. And then straighten out that right leg, point the toes up in the air, grab hold of your right hamstring, and let's slide the left leg up on the ground, flex through that left heel. Think about trying to get the back of the left leg closer to the ground. And then press by flexing through the right heel, press the hamstring into the hands, and the hands resist. And then see if you could let that relax, and maybe the leg will come a little closer. And then try that again, but turn the toe in just a little bit. And relax. And then finally, toe out, heel in, and relax. And then we'll lower that right leg all the way down. Hopefully that right hip flexor is a little more open. That leg maybe feels a little closer to the ground. Let's even up by bending the right knee and bringing that left knee in. And again, we'll draw some circles. Back through, we're going to tuck that knee in. I don't remember if we did this on the other side. I hope we did. Grab that left foot, point flex, rotate, and then leg is straight. Grab hold of your hamstring, stretch the right leg out, try and get the back of the leg closer to the ground, flex through the left heel, press the hamstring into the hands, hands push against it, holding, and then maybe it comes a little closer. You're going to do the same thing, but with the toes turned inward, flex and press, and release. And then toes turned out, flex and press, and release, leg down. All right, let's bend both knees now. Cross that right ankle over the left thigh, press the right leg open, reach around for either your left hamstring or a little more intensely, you can reach for the left shin. Rock a little bit to the left and pull the knees a little closer. Little left and a little closer, deeper stretch on that right hip. And then arms out into a T position. You'll let those legs drop to the left as is, just for a moment here. Press that right leg open. And then as you roll back through center, cross that right knee all the way over the left. Center your feet. And then drop the knees left. Use your left elbow to push back through center, let the knees drop right. So we kept them crossed the same way. And then use the right elbow to center everything again. Uncross, and then left ankle crosses the right leg, reaching for the right hamstring, or for the more intensity, the right shin, pull it in and pull it over. In and over. And then right foot on the ground, let those knees drop to the right, just like this. Either support that left leg or pull it across, whichever would work better for you. Then use that right elbow to push everything back through center. Left knee crosses the right. Center up those feet and then drop to the right again. And then back up through center and drop to the left. And then however you want to, you're going to make your way over onto your hands and knees, please. And we'll undulate through that cow-cat. And then stack your hands, tuck your toes, hover your knees for a moment, then press up and back, light stance to give yourself lots of support, hands on your thighs. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Big deep breath in, and we've got have our curtsies.